Okay, this is take two. I was rambling on the first time and I wasn't even pressing record. It just basically means I haven't recorded in a while. But it also looks like I just woke up, but that is true. I just woke up, but I wanted to get this video started while I do have the motivation to do so. So, I just turned 28 a few days ago, and just knowing that 2 years from now I'll be 30 years old is baffling to me. When I was a kid, 30 years old is ancient. It's old. It's elderly for me. And now I'm going to be in that same boat of being elderly, ancient, old. But at the same time, I don't even feel like I'm going to turn 30. I feel like I'm still in my early 20s or sometimes even in my teenage years. But while I'm still in my 20s, I do want to share what I have learned and what I could have done earlier on when I was in my early 20s or even in my teenage years. These are habits that I do want. It's not even more of a regret. It's more of like, I wish I could have done it sooner. Again, no matter what age you are, no matter if you are in your 60s, 50s, 40s, again, no matter what age you are, you could just do this now. There's no holding you back. There's no age limit to any of this. These are just my opinions of I wish I could have done it sooner because it's fun. It's a fun habit for me, and I wish I could have done it longer. The first one is reading. The more I read, the more ambitious I become. I read about fiction, I read about autobiographies, I read about self growth, self development, and all that good stuff. But every time I do read, I felt more confident in the way I practice my movements, my actions. And also, I learn a lot of different stuff from different people. Everyone has their own different brains and different mindsets and different perspective in life. And when you read all of those different stuff, you kind of just mold into your mind of like, huh, I agree with that, I disagree with that. And there's a lot more information coming into your mind. And the more you read, the more you know who you are as a person. And that's just a little bit of a factor of knowing yourself as a person. But I think it is one of the factors of saying, like, I'm kind of learning what I want and what I don't want. And if you learn to love reading, you can basically teach yourself anything. And again, I just don't want to specifically put reading as learning. You can watch videos as well too, or learn from the teachings of different people. Because I know reading is not for everyone. I know it's difficult for some people to read, but just learning in general, and for me that is reading, is going to be a huge benefit and a huge good foundation for us as human beings to become a little bit more better in the future. Number two, staying active. Running consistently and working out has probably been one of the most life-changing things ever for me. In the past few months I haven't really been consistent with it, but at the same time I could blame, being busy, too much things on my plate. But again, those are just excuses. Uh, those are things that I could say that is the reason why I'm not consistent with my cardio workouts and my strength training. But at the same time, I just want to let you guys know that staying active, no matter what it is, playing sports, running, walking, doing the dishes, doing chores, whatever it is, just keep some kind of movement in your life is such a beneficial thing to do, and it's such a beneficial thing for our health. Once you stay active, it does train and help your mind as well too, and it helps build confidence in what you do. I don't know, there's a lot of studies and there's a lot of research about exercises and workouts and helping with the brain and feeling good, feeling all that dopamine hits. You can do that on your own leisure, but in my own personal experience it has helped me a ton. Just again, from the day-to-day activities, if I don't work out, I feel like I'm lethargic, I feel like I'm fatigued more, even though working out makes me more fatigued at the end of the day. But it feels good, it really does feel good. So again, stay active, keep some movement in your life, and just work out, basically work out. Avoiding FOMO, or fear of missing out. This is one of my huge problems when I was a teenager is fear of missing out. I feel like I should always be up and doing something because I feel like I'm gonna miss something. And I should always be hanging out with my friends. I should always be saying yes to this and that activity. I should be doing this and that so that I don't miss anything. And it was it was a difficult situation. It was more of a burden than anything. I wasn't happy with that kind of situation I was in, or that mindset that I put myself in. I don't have any social media on my apps. I still have social media accounts. I just don't have the app itself on my phone. I try to distance myself away from social media and intentionally use it, compared to just doom scrolling, because I do see a lot of comparison to myself and to other people, and that is one of the unhealthiest thing to do is comparing yourself from other people, your lifestyle and their lifestyle. It's not healthy. It's not healthy at all. Their path and your path, and their success and your success are completely different. Now, again, keep your social media apps. It's important to actually stay in touch with some of your friends and families. But again, I go back to that thing that I was saying is be intentional with how you use it. Again, don't doom scroll. That's one of the things that is the most dangerous thing about social media is doom scrolling. And social media built its apps so that you don't stop doom scrolling. It is purposely built so that you keep scrolling. Whatever you see online is the best versions of themselves. They won't show the struggle, the failures, the mistakes. They will only show whatever they want to show the public. And there is no problem with that whatsoever. But just knowing that going in could probably change a little bit more of how you see other people. And then to add to that is when I said I kept saying yes to pretty much every party, every event, every social gathering in the past. Yeah, no, that wasn't a good time at all because it was more of me forcing myself, and I had the obligation to say yes because they asked me to. It was more of a burnout than me being happy socializing with people. And don't get me wrong, I love socializing. I do love hanging out with my friends and my families. But knowing your limits and knowing your energy level and knowing that you can say no if you don't want to gives you a feeling of not satisfaction, but mostly
Um, what's the word?
gives you a sense of relief that you can say no to them. Found the word relief. But yes, fear of missing out, try to avoid that as much as possible. You are your own person, you have your own life. You can say yes and you can say no, and both are fine either way. 4. Live below your means. This is probably one of the most important things that I learned that kept my financial stability very well. My car is old. I have the financial capability of buying a new one, but why would I? My car gets me from point A to point B. I know there's a lot of car enthusiasts out there, and whatever makes them happy, whatever makes them fulfilled and rich in life, go for it. No problem whatsoever. But I'm talking more about people who think that they should do more, they should buy more, they should show more to other people because they want to have this kind of status. They want to seem to be this person that they are greater than the other people. Those are the type of people that you kind of just want to stay away from. Uh, it's a little bit difficult to be with those people, and I've encountered those people in the past, and it's no bueno, no bueno at all. I don't buy new clothes all the time. I don't buy branded clothes. I buy something that fits, something that is of a high quality, and something that looks good on me. I don't dress flashy, I dress simple, but I have a good foundation of my closet that makes me feel good about myself. And again, at the end of the day, just try to be intentional with where you spend your money. Don't be dilly dallying and left and right spending this and that just because. I mean, again, I had those moments in the past, but everyone will have those moments. But as long as you step back and you learn that, hey, I can't really be doing this every day for the rest of my life, at least we're learning together that this is not the right thing to do with our finances. Number five, and this is kind of like adding on to number four, which is prioritizing saving and investing. No matter how much money I have left saved, I try to invest or save it as much as possible because it's probably building a good foundation for your future self. And again, your future self will thank you for this one. We kind of underestimate how much money compounds over time if we're young or when we're young. And when we're 60, 65 years old or older, we kind of just look back and say, huh, I did good with my money. I'm glad that I saved. I'm glad that I invested. Or you could be on the other side of the road and say, I wish I could have saved more. I wish I could have invested more. But again, there's always a balance between the two. So don't overinvest, don't oversave, and not be happy with your life. But again, don't overspend and not be happy with your life. And you kind of just have to find the common ground and the balance for that. Number six, take risks. I realized over time as the years goes by, it gets significantly harder to take risks because you have a lot more to lose. If you're in your early 20s, you have dreams that you want to do. You can make mistakes, you can make failures, you can make any kind of dumb decision you can. And over time, it will be okay because we're just figuring out what we want to do in life. But, have just the normal mistakes, the normal failures, the risks of take those risks that will not get you to jail or will not get you to prison. Don't do anything illegally, but risk that will benefit you in the future. When we are older, I believe that we are going to regret what we did not do when we were young compared to what we did when we were young. You'll have your mistakes, you'll have your failures, but those are the important life lessons that you will have that will bring you a good foundations for your life in the future. And I believe those lessons will be in tuned with you forever. Number seven, prioritize sleep. This was, again, I'm looking back when I was a teenager because this was most of the things that I was doing that I did not know was wrong for me. But when I was young, I slept for like 3, 4 hours, 5 hours max, and woke up and just do whatever the things that I do when I was young. Because again, I was experiencing FOMO. I want to go here, I want to go there, I want to do this with people, I want to do this with friends. No matter how much important the next day is. For example, a final exam for my test, or a final exam for my class. In my mind, I'm still gonna be good with not getting enough sleep because what's 3, 4 hours of sleep? That's not gonna damage me at all. That's not gonna harm me, but it will. Trust me, it definitely will harm you in the long run. You'll feel restless. You'll feel like you're dragging your feet all throughout the day, and you just will say to yourself, "Huh, it's normal. I'm just tired." But no, sleep is a huge factor of why you're experiencing that way. So again, prioritize sleep because it's very important to your health. I'll just add this. Number eight, see your doctor regularly or even just have a primary physician. Check your lab levels. It's just important for you to actually see what's happening on the outside and inside and get yourself professionally checked. We can't really just be sitting here and feeling something out of the ordinary and just brushing it off. We actually need to actually get it checked. So yeah, that's a little bonus thing. Just get yourself professionally checked with your primary physician. To recap, reading, staying active, avoiding FOMO, live below your means, prioritize investing and saving, take risk, and prioritize sleep, and see your doctors regularly. These are all the things that you can do in whatever age you are in. But the earlier that we do this in our life, I think the better it is for ourselves. And again, this is mostly what I could have done earlier in my life. You could have probably have something different out. You could probably have something different. And I just wanted to share that with you and maybe we could learn something together. That's it for today.